Hello friends. Many of you had asked how to apply for civil services examination and many other doubts about EWS certificate or OBC non-creamy certificate or which language we should choose for our regional languages or which option we can choose, whether we can choose only for Indian Forest Service or whether civil services and forest examination are counted equally if we write this examination, that is after applying, or what are the or what size the photo should be, or center, or doubts about center, name, spelling, and many other doubts were asked. So this video will speak about that, and this video will be detailed, or from the starting to the ending, what steps we should take for filling this examination or filling this form is what given in this video. And this video will also be in two languages. I have made two videos. One will be in Tamil, one will be in English, and each, for example, anyone who wants to see this video in Tamil, they can see, and English also you can see. Both will be uploaded simultaneously, and it will be listed down now. So let us go into the video. So what we are going to see in this video is how to apply for civil services examination, and this video will be in both Tamil and English. The Tamil version, if anyone wants, that video will also be uploaded, and this video will be in English. And this basically starts with this Union Public Service Commission site. Everyone would have seen this. It's a famous site, and when you go inside this site, you will see a column called as Apply Online. So there will be a column on the right, or you can go for View All. So these two things, whether you click this View All or Apply Online, you will be led to another page where, or in this View All, if you click, you will have this link for preliminary examination application, or this Apply Online. When you click, you will have these three tabs, and in that, click Online Application for various examination. So it will lead to this page where you will be getting an application form for both civil services. See, this is an examination or preliminary examination. If you see, it is for both the civil services preliminary and civil services or forest services examination. So you should also be very careful of this last date. So they have given this 22nd as the last date, and people might think that we can apply later, but on the day, so for example at 21 and 22, or sometimes what happens, not all the time, sometimes what happens, the server becomes overloaded and UPSC site goes down. This happens a lot of time, so do not push till the last moment. This happens, for example, in the mains application form also. So if we keep postponing, there is a chance of the site getting low, and we will start getting panicky. So have all these done before a comfortable period of time. So there will be two parts. So now we will go into the form filling, and there will be two parts, part 1 and part 2. First, you have to click the part 1, and when you click the part 1, the details of instructions will be there. Please do read all these instructions, and this instruction will be in Hindi and English also. Anyone who wants to read in English, you can just click English, and it will be viewing there. And when you read that, you fill this yes. So when you click this yes, you will go into the, automatically you will go into the first page, and you fill the name which is present. See, name, many have got this confusion that there is some name in some identity card, some name in some other identity card. See, your name in your matriculation and secondary examination certificate. So you fill that, that is your 11th, 10th standard, 12th standard examination, whatever your name has been designated in that, please do fill that. Don't worry that there is a discrepancy in name. See, UPSC will give you ample amount of time. They will give you a lot of time. For example, even during the interview, you can just give one form saying that, or your declaration. So they will just ask for your declaration that my name in there is a discrepancy in the spelling, and both these name are my name. This is the declaration they will ask. Don't worry or don't panic about this name being different or different spelling. This happens to everyone. You cannot have everything perfectly. If you are having some name discrepancy, don't worry. Just fill what is there in matriculation and start preparing for examination. Then you are so next is this gender. So whether you are male, female, then date of birth. So give the date of birth which is there in the certificate. They will ask for this date of birth, and the same way your father's name and mother's name. And you should understand, again there can be discrepancy in spelling. That is what I said. See, we don't have all these rigid spelling and all. We write so many spellings at so many places, but what spelling you have in your matriculation certificate, just to give that. If UPSC is asking for, see, there is a discrepancy in the name or the spelling, then you give a declaration when you are going for interview. That will be enough. But don't, see, that is the point. My name is so if for example spelling difference means Suresh, and you have in another form you have it as Ganesh. So both these are spelling variations. Don't say like that. Okay. So for example Suresh, if you have double H something like that, don't worry about that. It can be sorted out. So it will be done. And then you fill it nationality and marital status, whether single or married, unmarried, the everything, so widow and things like that. And if you are a person with a disability, so this certificate they will want. So if you and there is an UPSC notification. In that UPSC notification, they have given the eligibility criteria for this 40% disability. And if you are a person with a disability and you have the certificate from a prescribed or authenticated doctor, you can apply here. And while the time of interview, during that medical examination, they would want this certificate. So have this certificate as well. And then the next is this community certificate. This is where many had asked out. So for example, who is an OBC non-creamy layer, or what certificate I should fill? See, OBC non-creamy layer, National Backward Class Commission. That is a National Commission for Backward Classes. So in that there is clear delineation. Clearly they have given who and all will come under OBC criteria. If your father is working in a PSU or a government institution, what the criteria are, or your father is mother, or father and mother are working or having business of their own, what is the criteria? Everything is very clearly given, and you should get a certificate. And you would be marking OBC or general or scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, or EWS. So all these things you would be marking here. And see, remember this. Don't fill any unauthenticated details. If you do not have any new certificate, fill the old number. That is, you would have some community certificate 3 years before, or within 3 years you would have some certificate. Fill that certificate and the authority name, or it will be in the seal. So if you happen to see, there will be a seal in your certificate. In that authority name will be there, and the date. See, this date is where everyone gets confused. Date, do not fill any random date. Fill if you have a new one. See, if you have a new one, well and good, fill that. But if you don't have and the examination date is approaching, don't worry. Anything, any certificate you have in your hand, claiming that, see, you are claiming that you are an OBC candidate belonging to non-creamy layer. If the UPSC says this certificate I do not, or this certificate is an old certificate, I want a new one, then you give that. They are not going to disqualify anyone. Same is the case with EWS. They are not going to disqualify you for the reason that this certificate is an old one. See, give it whatever you have, give it. And then you are a minority candidate, then if it is that, give it. Or fee remission for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and women. So the UPSC gives fee remission. So if you are one belonging to one category, and you can put it there. And this is educational qualification. So if you have already cleared, please put it already cleared. Or if you are a person who is writing in the final or the final year, you can also give your provisional certificate. They will accept that. And the graduation in which you have done. So if you can just click this pop down, and so much batch of every graduation will come, and that you can choose it. And examination that which you are applying, see, this is where you should be very very careful, because Indian Forest Service, that is, if you are applying for, let us assume that if you are applying civil services and Indian Forest Services, and you write this examination and you clear civil services examination, but you don't clear IFOS, that means that you have attempted IFOS. It does, see, the very clearly understand, if you have applied here and you have written the preliminary examination, that means you have attempted both the examination. So you should not think that whether I have attempted or not. If you have filled both, you have attempted it. So if you are, see, if you are not very comfortable, or if you are not sure of that, means attempt only civil services. Or if you are very sure, or I want to be an IFOS, let us assume that you think that you want to first become IFOS officer, then write civil services examination, that also you can do. And that means that you are not counting civil services. See, simple calculation only. If you are applying for both and writing prelims, that means you have applied for both. Okay. Then this address, so you fill this address, and very clearly whatever there is in your identity card, you can fill it. And claiming age relaxation, whether you have age relaxation, you can claim it. And then see here your percentage. This is the point, your percentage in your graduation. Somebody will have some CGPA or something, whatever may be the percentage, fill it. Okay, so you have some percentages, 70% or 80%, whatever. If you have CGPA, fill it in percentage. That's simple. Don't worry about anything else. And then how many attempts? 1, 2, 3, 4. And for example, if you have not attempted, so if you have not appeared earlier, it is 0. So how many examination you have attempted in civil services, you should fill. Then there comes the most important part. This is the part where you should be able to write, in the sense, be very careful and write. Why? Because see here, they have clearly given, so candidate should note that no change will be allowed in the date of exam, center of examination, optional subject, compulsory Indian language, and the specific details related to options, so options of Indian Forest Service examination. See, this is a very important part that you have to fill. So if you are filling here, you be very careful, and you fill which center you want, whether which center, so you will have a proper idea of which center you are going to apply. Then the language in which you are going to write essay, GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4. That is in the language or the medium through which you are going to write all these papers. So anyone who wants to write in Tamil or any other language, you can very well fill. So, but you have to, that is the point. So you have to write all the papers in the regional language. And then the point is that optional subject. Then comes the part of optional subject. For example, there will be so many optional subject. So which optional subject you have preferred, that you please write it down. The point is that you may prefer some, let us assume that you are preferring some geography or anthropology or pubad or something. So just to click that, and the language or the medium of optional paper. See here, the medium of optional paper. So which language you are going to write, whether you are going to write it in some regional language as you have appeared for in paper 1 to paper 5, or you are going to just write it in English, you can click that. And anyone who has, for example, if you are a person belonging to this state, these states in Northeast, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and Sikkim, you don't have to write, there is a, for example, you don't have to write an language paper, that is the regional language paper. This the people belonging to these states need not write. Other people or others who belong to other states from India have to choose one regional language. That can be anything. So you want to choose Sanskrit, you want to choose Hindi, or you want to choose Malayalam or Kannada, Telugu, or whatever language, Marathi, anything you can choose, and you can write this language paper. Please be sure of choosing the language which you are comfortable, because this paper also is very important. Please don't take it lightly. And next comes this Indian Forest Service examination. Indian Forest Service examination, the same center, which center you want to apply, you can have. and the subjects. So for example, many had asked which subject to apply. If you are a person with engineering background, and for example, if you see this point, or in Indian Forest Service, there is two things. Indian Forest Service and UPSC, you should not match. In UPSC, for example, engineering subjects and math subjects sometimes are difficult. But in UP or in Indian Forest Service, I have seen that, for example, one of my friend had maths as an option in UPSC. He was good in maths. And the point was that he used to score good in Indian Forest Service. Engineering subjects also, they will give higher marks, but I and some of my friends, we did not have that proficiency in maths or engineering. So what we chose was simple: forestry and geology. So both these things will actually overlap geography. So for example, in geology, it will have something about plate tectonics, something about mountains, something about sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, what is the rock type, what is the angle, or some what is this gold, sorry, what is this diamond, and things like that. It will be basically about all these things, and it will be a fun thing to read. But so we chose that. And but if you are a person who is having this proficiency in engineering subjects, do choose that, because in Indian Forest Service, that option also gives a higher mark. And forestry happens to be some simple things that you have to read and you have to write. So that is the option that we chose. But anyways, it is your duty to look into the options that you like, and you have to choose accordingly. Next, so after this will come all these things. So after this, all these your name, everything will so they will list down. So this will be like a summary. So this is like a summary they will give, and the whole thing will be listed down. You can check it down. So if you will check whether you have given every detail correctly. So one last time you check, and then see all these things you just check once, because as I told you. And agriculture also, some people choose agriculture, also sometimes gives mark in Indian Forest, Indian Forest Service examination. You can check that. And then see, as I told you, there is no provision for changing all these things, which are the center name option. That is what, if your name is wrong also, they will take it up, or if you have some documents in OBC, they will take it up. But this change in center, this optional subject name, or this medium of instruction and all, they will not change. So please be careful in filling. And once you do that, you have to pay. And once you pay, that is the point. After this payment portal, what you have to have is that you will go to the second stage. So you will be giving a mail ID, and in that mail ID you will get this registration ID, this and then you fill this birth number, or your birth date, and then you fill this you submit it, and then it will go into this next. So this is the second part. See here, this is the second part, it will come. And in the second part, see, this choosing your scanned photo, scanned sign, scanned document is very, very important. They have given this format for scanning. And what I would suggest is that please have some formal picture. Understand this one point. This for, see, when you are going for interview, this picture will be there. Don't wear some open collar or some t-shirt and just upload some random, or with some messy hair. Don't do that. Have a formal picture, formal photo, and a sign, this is very, very important. Sign in black, or sign in black with the white background. So have this very clearly. And the maximum and minimum size, see here, the maximum and minimum size are given. Same way, which PDF or the identification document, for example, if you are uploading Aadhaar, so you should upload that and have it in minimum size. See here, have it as a PDF, front and back, have it as a PDF. And please check this point, because in scanning also, you tell the person, so the person scanning the picture, you tell the person that this is the criteria they have asked, and they will let you do, and they will give you this specification, and then upload this. So see here, upload this picture, upload this your scanned signature. And this is, see, UPSC sometimes uses this criteria. This is the point. So that is, the picture is not correct, or picture is not clear, or your sign is not clear, and they will check that. Okay, wow? So upload it very, very carefully, and then you can move on to the next thing. That is the point. So you Aadhaar. So if you are giving your Aadhaar, means Aadhaar number. So what number you have given, so identification or any other document, you please put your identification number and the examination center and give this declaration. And anyone writing from a government office, please inform your superior officers that you are writing this examination, and you are going to give this declaration which UPSC will. So anything which you are saying, you have said it in true belief, and the UPSC will accept. And the next will be, so you have finished. So you have successfully submitted your application. Then this column will come, view and your PDF. So see here, this PDF, please take a printout or take a PDF, and you please save it, and this will be enough. So it is for your future reference. This will be enough. And so thank you all. So think about this. Don't worry about, don't get panicked about anything. So UPSC is an organization which will not, or they will not use frivolous reasons for rejecting paper, but have all the details correctly, fill everything which is legitimate, which is there in the document, fill that. Any problem or any discrepancy in the names and things like that can be sorted out. And if you have liked this video, please do like it, share it, and subscribe to Minds of Aspirant channel. And there is also a Telegram. So for example, if you want to know about more about preliminary examination, mains examination, current affairs, things like that, or how to approach this examination, or many other information, I will be uploading in Telegram group, which is the link of that Minds of Aspirant Telegram group is in the description. You can check that description, and you will whatever doubt you have, other doubts you have, you will be able to satisfy that. And but now please fill this form, and you start reading for preliminary examination, because reading part is the most important part. The filling part, if any problem happens also, we can sort it out. Thank you all, and all the best.